Hey folks, I'm Sarah and I'm on the 2025 jury for what I think is the best book prize for literary fiction from small presses. It's called the Republic of Consciousness Prize, United States and Canada, and it is dedicated to literary fiction from small presses in North America. Over the next few months, I will be sharing every single book nominated for the prize, and while I can't share my personal opinions on each book just yet, I will share enough details so that you can get to know the book and the publisher. Every book gets its very own video, and you are not going to want to miss a single one. Next up is book number 27, The Great Grown-Up Game of Make-Believe Stories by Lauren D. Woods, published by Autumn House Press. There are 28 stories in this book, 28 stories. These stories, many of which are really short, have titles like The Shapeshifter, Skin Like Snake, Plastic Teeth, Bear Sightings, The Inner Chamber, Brown-Eyed Recluse. Titles that I think really evoke fairy tales. But these are definitely fairy tales for grown-ups. Not because they are like extra dark or because they are like particularly graphic or anything. They're fairy tales that I think get at the heart of what keep grown-ups up at night. In here you will find classic elements of fairy tales and fantastical fiction, like a woman who can shapeshift into various animal figures, a woman who discovers she is shrinking and finds her deceased mother like living in her pocket. We have bears, which I feel like are very fairy tale like. There's an abandoned house at the edge of the woods. There's a story about witches. There is a story about a woman who physically goes inside her lover's heart to see what lives inside there. These situations all feel like straight out of a fairy tale for me, like classic fairy tale elements. But I feel like the term make-believe has another side to it, like the more adult side. And for me, that's like the lies we tell ourselves to get through a difficult day, or the lies we build up around ourselves to handle a disappointing life, or the roles we play for other people. Eventually, because we're grown-ups, this world of make-believe that we maybe have built around ourselves has to come crashing down. And I feel like that's is the precise moment that is captured in a lot of these stories. Lauren D. Woods is originally from the Dallas area and now lives and writes in Washington, D.C., where she was the 2024-25 Washington, D.C. Arts and Humanities Fellow for Fiction. She works in consulting and lives with her husband, 4 children, 2 cats, and a guinea pig, and this is her debut collection. And Autumn House Press was founded in 1998 and is based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They are a nonprofit publisher who, as they say, believes literature affirms the deep and elemental range of our human experience, and our need for it is now more crucial than ever. Autumn House is committed to championing debut, emerging, and established authors, and to supporting our authors throughout their careers. So I wanted to ask you today about other fiction that you have maybe read and enjoyed that uses this, is for adults, is written for grown-ups, but uses kind of a fairy tale structure or language or tone. And what do you see as the benefit of using that style in writing fiction for grown-ups? Because in here, these are all stories about everyday people and everyday occurrences. They're unpleasant or difficult situations, but they're still kind of everyday situations, like an overworked mother or an unsatisfying relationship, stuff like that, but like treated with almost like a fairy tale make-believe style. And so I got to thinking a lot about like what using that style and using those fantastical elements did for those stories. For one thing, I think it's a recognizable style. I think it's a language and a structure that a lot of people have experience with and understand. So it's almost, I don't want to ever say a universal language, but it is a style that I think will hit like a nostalgia button for a lot of people reading it. But also, I think it blows up like expands what are mostly domestic issues to almost mythic proportions. So it gives them more gravitas almost. It lends a lot of importance and weight, because like with fairy tales, you feel like there's a message, like something important is being conveyed. And so I feel like it's taking these everyday occurrences and giving them that weight. And I'm wondering if you've encountered other fiction that does this, and this is my example for you. And that's just one of many incredible books nominated by one of many incredible publishers. The long list of 10 books is usually announced in mid-January-ish, but I guarantee you there are going to be more than 10 amazing books from these nominees. So if you love offbeat, under the radar literary fiction, you are going to want to follow along. Click above or below for the next nominated book. If I've filmed it, it'll be available there. If not, stay tuned for just a little while longer. And in the meantime, you can click the playlist below that will contain all of the nominated books that I've shared so far. Again, my name is Sarah. Thank you so much for joining me here. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.